You guys good? Zach,
What's up, Alex?
how you feeling?
$1,000,000.
Obviously, another quick fight. Talk about the performance. I know that he, tagged you a couple times, but didn't stop you, and you ended up finishing, man. Like, how'd you feel about your performance?
I wish I would have worked, stood up a little more maybe, or the fight would have played out a little bit, but I can't be mad about a minute and something second finish, so.
Was that exactly how you planned it to go?
Not exactly, but you know how plans go.
What was the game plan coming into the fight, right? Like, obviously, on paper, it was a striker versus grappler. Obviously, you have good grappling if needed, but we don't ever get to see it.
Yeah, the plan was definitely to strike more with them, stuff the takedowns, move side to side. I think that's laterally. I don't know. It's definitely not perpendicular. I'm still learning what that means, but yeah, that was the plan, to stand more with them, don't get taken down, but
Looking forward, man, like, what do you want for your UFC debut? Like, do you want to get back to action? I know this is like a kind of a long layoff for you compared to other fights. Like, do you want to get back to action? You want to chill? What's the plans?
yeah, I think something November time would be fun. Yeah.
And then, you're a UFC fighter now. How's that feel?
It feels surreal, man. I mean, I remember, being a kid and watching UFC, and to be here now today, it's just, it's a lifetime worth of work come true. So,
Last two things, repping Fury FC. How's it feel to get out of come through there and get a contract?
yeah, I love Fury. Eric, those guys always took care of me, and they got me fights when I would have opponents fall off and fall off and fall off, and they stayed with it. So yeah, I'm blessed to have come through Fury and blessed to be a UFC fighter now.
And lastly, how the hell do you make middleweight?
I'm gonna make a YouTube. I want to make a video on how I make middleweight. I'm not as big as Alex Pereira and stuff, and believe it or not, I only did about 40 minutes of sweating in total. So I really feel like we have it dialed in. Yeah, I might write a book. I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Alex.
Hey, Zach, I just have a couple. I'm sure you haven't listened to the commentary yet or anything from your fight, but DC kind of seemed to go in on the mistakes that your opponent made, and rather than praising your skills. Does that bother you to hear that, or you don't care?
Not really. DC's obviously a Hall of Famer, and this is a game of inches, and when you make a mistake, it's going to get capitalized on. I actually made a little joke to DC earlier when I was talking to him, and he didn't laugh, so I was like, damn. Felt like rejected a little bit, but no, it's all right.
Can you tell us the joke?
Yeah, he's like, well, how do you think of this fight? And I was like, oh, well, striker versus wrestler. I was like, but I watched a lot of WWE, so I think I'm going to be okay. And he just kind of looked at me, and I was like, all right.
That's pretty funny. And last question, how many times a day are you asked if you're Logan Paul?
That is hilarious. I get asked that all the time. I tell people I am great value, Logan Paul. All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Jack, over here. Obviously, going into this fight, you had a promise for your brother. What's it like, man? You got the UFC contract. You fulfilled your promise.
Yeah, I got a little emotional earlier about it, thinking about it. Of course, I wish he was here to see it, but I know he's so proud of me, and he would be so proud, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. And so you mentioned there November. Is there someone in mind, or is it just what the UFC gives you?
I'm ready. All comers.
Awesome. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank y'all.